Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tarani. We're here in San Jose, and on our program is Michael Weissman. He is the VP of Corporate Marketing at Sigma Designs. Hey, Michael.
Hi, Rich. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being on the program.
My pleasure.
I figured we'd start by you telling me a little bit about Sigma Designs and what your company does.
Yeah, Sigma Designs is a semiconductor company based here in Milpitas in the heart of Silicon Valley. And our chips are used in IPTV. They're media processors. We have chips that are used in home connectivity for media process, for set-top boxes and IPTV configurations. We have post-processing chips for home theater and other high-end projectors, telepresence, and so forth. And we have chips for home automation and home control.
So in terms of the different segments of the market, are you seeing any one of those doing much better than the others, or are they all doing well?
They're all doing well. We're the leader in IPTV media processors. IPTV is a growing market globally. We're the leader in IPTV over coax and phone line for connectivity, so we're getting benefits of that. We're the leading supplier of connected media player media processors for doing over-the-top services like Netflix and YouTube and so forth, and that's a fast-growing market. We're the leading supplier in home control with our Z-Wave technology, and that is part of the smart energy trend. Mm-hmm. The media processors are positioned to do well in the 3D explosion that you're starting to see. Mm-hmm. We were actually the first company whose chips enable broadcast 3D for cricket in India and for World Cup in France. So wow. We actually already are facilitating 3D technology, 3D broadcasts today and in the future into IPTV as well. So all of the segments of the business are actually growing pretty well.
Yeah, those are some very, very hot segments. And the economic environment hasn't slowed things much?
Hard to say. We have not seen a negative, we haven't seen a decrease in sales as a byproduct of it, but what it's hard to predict is what our sales could have been.
No, agreed.
Had we not had it. So
agreed.
It's not like we've seen this massive downturn, but maybe we didn't see the kind of explosive growth that we would have seen had we not been in this economic situation.
I read one article that said that people are buying new TVs and new iPhones, but they're not paying their mortgages, so I'm not quite sure. But it shows you the importance.
That's okay for us.
It shows you the importance they place on
entertainment.
It really is like consumer electronics.
What you see is that they go to the expensive dinner less. They take the really expensive trip less. They spend more time in their home. Their home becomes more important.
The staycation.
Things, yeah, exactly. So things around this this kind of environment have been a positive trend. You know, one of the things that's happening is the migration to triple play, which is really has been an economic efficiency thing. You combine your bill,
sure, and
you're saving money. So moving to triple play, which is what we enable, actually has been saving them money. So it wasn't an economic cost to buy our product.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense if you look at it that way. And there's less need to leave the house also, right? When you have
right.
When you have great TV, you don't have to go to the
movies.
movies.
You have Netflix that you want to download and all of this type of stuff. You have the capability to do that
just
at home.
The arbitrage on the popcorn alone in the movie theater.
That's right.
It's a big saving. So you're in an excellent position to tell us what's coming down the pike. What's next? Are the trends going to be the same? Or?
Yeah, there are a couple interesting things that are going on. One is 3D, right? So you're seeing a lot of excitement around 3D TV. And I think in 2011 you'll see 3D TV happen in the IPTV world. I think this will be a coming trend. The second one, which is kind of emerging, is the idea of post-processing. When you look at a YouTube video or things like that, there are a lot of artifacts in the video. We're doing a video now. You're going to capture this video, and during the process of this getting to the web, it's going to degrade. What post-processing does is you can have functionality in silicon that actually restores it to a level fairly close to how it was originally captured. And so there's a lot of need in this over-the-top content to get much better video quality. And you can do that on a chip on the consumer side. And that allows a guy like you who is going to broadcast a lot of video, you can have more compressed video and still get really good video output.
So on the processor's looking at the I guess the pixelation on the edges and trying to fill them in.
So you're looking at edge stuff. You're looking at what they call mosquito artifacts, and it's noise reduction, it's contrast ratios, a whole range of things. And we have a technology called VXP, which is sold to Cisco and Telepresence and Tandberg and Polycom. It's sold to all the really high-end home theater technologies. That technology is going to get brought into IPTV technology, mainstream consumer technology, mainstream DMAs and connected media players, and that's going to up the quality of every level of quality you get, all the way from the worst quality to Blu-ray will all look better with this VXP technology that's going to be built in.
So I'd love to get your perspective on this question that the industry has, and that is, what's going to happen with video going forward? Are we just going to have massive competition between cable providers and the content providers and companies like Hulu and YouTube, or is it going to be over the top? Who's going to win the war of bringing the content to the consumer?
We are. The reality is
that's a good answer.
The reality is that they're all going to fight, and they're going to fight for a long time, and we're going to help them all be successful in various ways. What you have is that if you think about, one of the problems has been how do you get the content from place to place? Okay, how do you transport it in the house? So we bought a company called Coppergate about 9 months ago. They're the leader in IPTV connectivity inside the house.
That's wireless, right?
It's wired.
Oh, it's wired.
It's over coax predominantly. Okay. So you're actually running IP content over your coax wiring inside your house. Okay. It's used in AT&T Uverse. It's used in like 70 other service providers around the world. And you can get up to 200 megabits of throughput inside your house over the coax wire.
This sounds like Token Ring.
It's Ethernet, basically, over coax.
Okay.
All right? And there's a new technology called G.hn, which was ratified by the ITU last month. I think you guys wrote about it. Mm-hmm. That will go up to a gigabit. And so now you're going to have this ability for content to flow freely inside the house from your access point. Now, that content could be walled garden content from whatever service provider. You can have content that's over-the-top content that either can be part of the walled garden service provider's offering, but also could be just, a connected media player that's getting it off the cloud, and you have your own things. You're going to see the boundaries between what is a cable architecture and what is a telco architecture and what is a broadband architecture are all going to start to look alike over time, and it's just going to be a little bit of a free-for-all. But at the end of the day, you need to get that media processed, you need to get it distributed, you need to get it controlled, and we have the chips to do all of that.
That's great. Well, thanks for being on the program today. It's been a pleasure meeting you and hearing about what your company's up to.
Thanks for the time.
Yep, it's been great.
Day.